Hey guys, it's Michael Joe with the Vintage Trading Post. It's August 24th, 2020. It's been a while since I did a video. A lot of the guys wanted me to do a video about the market and talk about what my personal feelings are on the market. I just want to rehash the past a little bit here. In no way am I trying to sound pompous or anything like that, but in 2016, I talked about how the market for graded MTG was on its way up. And obviously 2016, 17, even part of 2018, there was no disputing that the market was insane. Value shot up 200, 300% on some cards, even more on others. I want to go back to 2018. 2018, when everything was going real good, I told you guys that we were going to see a little bit of a downturn. It was bound to happen. It's common sense. It's going to happen. Cards can't keep going up the way they were. So that takes us into 2019, where we did see stuff starting to level off. Some cards dropped, like I said they would. Some cards went back up or continue to go up. Again, I'm not trying to sound pompous in any way. When it came to the people saying that, the bubble was going to come and pop, and I still laugh at these people because the bubble hasn't popped. It's 2020. The market's doing pretty good. I'm going to get into that in a minute. But I wanted to talk about, different things between 2018 and now. A lot of people in 2018, when the market was doing really good, were like, I'm just going to wait until the market drops because it's going to, and that's when I'm going to buy. And you know what, for those people, that was smart. They went and they are buying now in 2020, they're buying cards. And trust me guys, people are buying cards. Cards are moving. The problem that I'm noticing is people who waited, you're not finding the cards that you guys want. You're not finding the Arabian 9.5 quads or better. If you do find them, the people who are selling them for outrageous prices. Why? Because they can't. In the whole game of buying, selling, trading, the power always is on the seller, the owner of the card. I don't care what you guys tell me, it's always going to be that way. Because if you really want that card, you're going to have to give in to the seller or come up with some way. Now, if the seller is hitting on some bad times, a different story. Then you might luck out and get the card even cheaper than what you would have got it, cheaper than retail prices. So, with all that said, I don't think that waiting till 2020 was actually the smarter of the two moves. I think that people should have been buying in 2018, 2019. The cards that they wanted, because now they're just hard to find. There's a lot of people hoarding them. Let's talk about the hobby in general. Graded MTG. So, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but graded MTG has really taken off. In May of 18, a little over 2 years ago, we had 2,561 members in the group. 2561. As of today, we have 3,972. Guys, that's about a 55% increase in 2 years. 55%. That's a big number. Some of you guys are like, big deal. 55% is huge. Now, with this influx of graded collectors, I'm starting to see a lot of different things. For those who know me, I collect a lot of different things. I am a set collector. I collect play sets of cards, like the workshops and the bazaars and whatnot. But I'm seeing people collecting all sorts of different things, and it's fun. It's fun for me to watch them do it. I know a guy who's collecting nothing but Shivan Dragons, which is awesome. That was probably the most iconic card when I got into the game back in '94. Everyone wanted the Shivan Dragon, and now this guy just collects them from all the different sets. Graded, and that's cool. I know people that are collecting the doppelgangers. I know people that are collecting the Elder Dragons from Chronicles, not Legends, but Chronicles. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. That's cool. You're seeing a huge jump in 7th edition foil graded collecting. So with all these new collectors, you're seeing new stuff to be collected, and I think it's interesting. Because now there's being sub-markets. It's not like I'm old school. I know a lot of you guys that watch me are old school. Guys, it's changing. It's not about alpha anymore, or just alpha. I'll get into vintage. I'll get into, the gold the Golden Age cards, the Silver Age. I'm going to get into all that in a minute, but things are starting to change, and it's good. It's good from an investment standpoint. I'm going to take a break from the collecting standpoint. From an investment standpoint, I think it's very good. You're going to see values shooting up again. Maybe not as strong as they were in 2016 to 2018, but they're going to continue to go up. I'm going to show you guys something in a little bit too, where I'm going to show you how the cards were going up, up, up. Then they stopped, and then they went down a little bit, and now they're leveling and going back up. Historically, through the 20-something years I've been in this game, guys, that's what it does. This is the market. This is what the market does. Cards will never go back to the original prices. Not the good cards, not the iconic cards. So let's get into a couple things here. I want to talk about the market today. Okay. Now I use a program that tracks 1,641 cards, and out of these 1,641 cards, I have all my graded cards in there, and these aren't the true values. I'm only getting the near mint raw value, okay? So, and I'm not trying in any way trying to brag or, I take a lot of pride in my collection, but I'm not trying to brag. The reason I'm showing you this is I'm going to show you guys some graphs here in a little bit. And out of the 1,641 cards I got in there, I got my 4 sets, my 4 Horsemen sets. I got my Power from Beta in there. Then I got a lot of other stuff. I got a lot of Silver Age stuff. I got a lot of modern cards in there. Pretty much everything in there is iconic cards. Nothing too crazy. I'm not going to say they're all staples, but I'll show you guys. So every week, I get this graph that shows me my top 10 winners and my top 10 losers for the week. And I'm showing you guys the graph here. This is just an example. I can't tell you when this one was. I just took it to show you guys as an example. But these are the values that change week from week. And, we all know about buyouts and how it spikes a card's value and whatnot. I like the 1,641 cards I got in here because there is the vintage, the golden vintage, there's the Silver Age vintage, there's modern, there's a little of everything in there. And I think it's a good spread of cards that shows me the true market value. Basically, the whole market shows the value of the way the market's going. So let me show you guys this. So in this next graph I'm showing you guys, I'm going to show you what the value of my 1,641 cards were according to this program. And in December of 2019, they were worth $166,790.94. I don't have it. I kind of lost it somewhere. I think I deleted the graph, but I had it originally, I think in October of 19 was its high, and that was at, I think it was 172, and 172 I was really happy with. I was happy with that number. After that, November dropped a little bit. December, you see the 166. January, it dropped again. It went down to 156. Dropped a little bit more in February, a little bit more in March. So March, it went down to 155, 127. The next graph you're going to see is April, May, and July. I lost June. Sorry, guys. But the values go down a little bit more in April to 153. Then it goes up in May to 162. April into May, which is usually, it's pretty normal, guys. Spring is like MTG season. A lot of people start getting back into it. July, it went up another little bit. Another month, it went up to 164. But here's where it really gets interesting, guys. I'm going to break down week by week now. July 26th, August 2nd, August 16th, and August 23rd. You guys ready? So July 26th, it went up to 173. August 2nd, 175. August 16th, 182. August 23rd, yesterday, 185. Now, 185 on August 23rd, yet when you go back to March 1st, it was 155. That's a big number change, guys. I think this is a perfect example of the market. I think the market is very strong. I know a lot of guys that are looking for cards, specific cards, they can't find them. I know guys that have these cards that the other guys are looking for, and they want, you know, 150% more than what it's worth. The guys that want these cards have to come up with a decision. Do I want the cards that bad? Am I going to pay the money? Now, you would think in a market where supposedly, allegedly, the market was going down, that these cards are dropping value, but they're not, because everyone's holding on to their stuff. Now, you know who's not holding on to their stuff? Were the guys that got in too late. Excuse me. The guys that got in mid-2019, I'll say the beginning of 2019, they got integrated, they started buying all the stuff at the peak of the market. They're regretting it. I know a lot of guys that have sold of late, and luckily, most of them are breaking even. I really can't say I know anyone that's lost a lot of money. I know some guys that have lost a couple bucks here and there. I know a couple guys that actually made a couple dollars. But those are the guys that you're seeing. They got in late. They're starting to realize they need money. There's people that have life changes. You know, we all have it, guys. You get married, you have kids, etc. That puts a crimp in your style sometimes. You know, I've sold my collection twice in my entire life. I don't ever want to do that again. Excuse me. So, what you're seeing now is people that got in at the wrong time selling. Those are probably the only people selling. Everything else that's good is being held. Supply versus demand. I've talked about this many times before. When the cards ain't out there, but now the demand's growing. 55% more collectors are out there. Now these cards are drying up even more. And you know what you're starting to see? You're starting to see something else I said a couple years ago. I told you guys that 9.5s are going to dry up. People are going to start collecting 9. I said you might even see people collecting 8.5 one day. Now you're starting to see it. I know guys collecting Arabian 9, Antiquity 9, Legends 9, Alpha 9. I did it for a while. I still got a whole bunch. If anyone's interested, I'm selling them. I went back to Beta 9.5. I'm very, very slowly putting that set together. So that's what you're seeing, guys. I want to talk to you guys now about the Golden Age vintage. The Golden Age, to me, and it's been a hot topic, and I think I was one of the first ones to bring it up years ago. Golden Age, to me, is Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, and I'm going to throw Revised in there. And it stops there for your main sets. And then your expansions would be your 4 Horsemen. Arabian, Antiquities, Legends, Dark. That is the Golden Age, guys. Those are like the best cards you can get. That's what everyone goes after right now, is everything like that. That's where the money's at. I think that Alpha, I mean, you guys that collect Alpha, you guys are crazy, but I got nothing but respect for you guys. Alpha, to me, is like the tobacco cards of baseball. You remember like Ty Cobb, Shoeless Joe Jackson, those T cards. Those T cards are worth tons of money, especially graded. That's what Alpha is going to be like. Now your Beta, maybe your Unlimited Revised, definitely your Arabian. I think your Antiquities, maybe Legends, possibly Dark. Those are going to be like your 1950s baseball cards. Everyone chases the 1953 mantles, you know. I think that's what it is, guys. I think those sets are really like the 50s baseball cards. You're starting to see, I'm going to go into the Silver Age now. The Silver Age, to me, is 4th edition through Mercadian Mask. Now, you guys each could have your own opinion about it. That's just my personal belief on it. And I think you're starting to see the Silver Age taking off. I told you guys 3 years ago, you're going to start seeing a move slowly with the Silver Age. Again, I'm not trying to sound pompous. I'm just trying to explain to you guys what I saw then and what I'm seeing now. From an investment standpoint, I would be buying a lot of 9.5 staples from the Silver Age, the Cradles, the Lion's Eye Diamonds, Mox Diamonds. I'd be buying that stuff, okay? Sealed product. You're starting to see sealed product go up in value. Exodus boxes, Visions, Mirage, all that stuff was going up in money. You know, this is where Silver Age is just about to really blow up. And now you're asking me, well, Mike, why? Why is Silver Age going to blow up? Why do you think Silver Age is blowing up? Guys, it's simple. 4 or 5 years ago, we saw the Golden Age blow up. People born when I was born, I'm not going to say my age, but guys, at that time, when we were growing up, we wanted the Lotuses, the Moxes, the Shivens. This is the second generation now. The people that got in the Urza's block, they want the stuff. As adults, they're starting to get money. They're starting to get paid very well. They're starting to have extra spending money. Some of them have disposable income. They're going out and they're buying the 9.5 cards, or they're buying boxes and grading it themselves. Goes back to what I said at the very beginning, guys. A new generation of collectors out there. There's people collecting 7th edition, or the Vision set. Or I know someone that was just putting the Tempest set together, which maybe down the line I actually might do Tempest. I always like Tempest. I like the Urza's block too. But with all this, this is where the nostalgia effect takes place. These guys want what they had when they were growing up. Eventually you're going to see, I know what people are saying, Mike, the print run was tremendous compared to the older sets, and it is. You know, people talk about seal. Let's go back to vintage for a second, guys. Everyone talks about sealed product. Sealed product is awesome. Sealed product is, you know, people think, some people, not going to say everybody, that when you buy an Arabian pack, sealed, unsearched, it's a PSA 10 or whatever, graded, BGS graded 9, 10, whatever pack, they're like, this is it. I'm going to get nothing but 9.5 cards out of here. And the funny thing is, I've seen a lot of people in the group open up packs, and they are getting some 9.5s, but not as many as I would think they would get. I'm not shitting on sealed product. That's not what I'm doing, guys. I just don't think that just because you have sealed product guarantees you anything. You know, you're not going to get all 9.5 cards. You may get a problem pack or a bad deck. Over the summer, I think it was on 4th of July, there was an Alpha Starter deck that opened up, and a lot of cards were messed up in that deck. You're going to see stuff like that. So, to me, I don't put a lot of faith in sealed, but I'm telling you guys from an investment standpoint for Silver Age stuff, you're going to see an influx. The prices are going to keep going up on sealed product from that. It's still available. I know Revised is still going up. You know, I can't do the math on Revised packs. When you buy a pack for X amount of money, your chances of getting a duel, you guys know the stats on it. I know my buddy Saint knows it. He's the master of Revised. When it's all said and done, I don't think the risk versus reward is there for me for Revised. But you know what? To all you guys collecting it out there, good for you guys. I hope you guys put together a beautiful set. I really do. The more people in the hobby, the better it is for all of us. I keep telling you guys that, and it's true. I wanted to touch on a couple other things. Going back to vintage. Alpha, I told you guys, is going to stay strong. Beta, Unlimited, the Four Horsemen. People who are collecting the silver stuff still want the gold stuff, guys. Don't make no mistake on that. If they could trade 4 cradles for a Mox, 4 9.5 cradles for a 9 Mox, they're going to do it. Everyone wants the old stuff. With that said, the old stuff isn't going to go down in money. The iconic stuff, if it does, it'll drop for a little bit. It'll flatten. It'll start going back up, just like it's done throughout the history of the game, guys. The rest of the stuff, there's a market for it, guys. All the other vintage cards, people are set collectors. You know, that's another thing I just thought of. Somebody recently was talking about low pop cards. And what I mean by that, for those who don't know what I mean, low population. Population with Beckett, BGS, they give you a pop report. You know, some cards in Black Label, there's only 1. In 10, there might be only 2 or 3. In 9.5, there might be only 40, and so on. You guys could jump on Beckett, sign in. You guys could read the pop reports yourself. But somebody made a comment the other day that the low pop cards in certain sets that are selling really high in auctions. I just lost you guys. Give me 1 second here. Um, like the Wolf, the Wily Wolf light version of Arabian Nights. I couldn't even tell you what the last one went for. It was over 3,000, I believe. But somebody said recently, and I know I'm going back and forth, I'm trying to stay on topic here with you guys. Somebody said recently that, just wait. There's a whole bunch of them out there that haven't been graded yet. Okay, that might be true. There's still a lot of sealed product. You're right, that might be in there. However, whatever the pop report is on that card, I haven't looked at in a while. I got mine in my set. I don't know how many there are out there. How much sealed product is still left out there, guys? How many mint cards of this card are out there, of these low pop cards? That's what you got to ask yourself. Now, say you do find these cards in a pack, in bulk somewhere. What are the chances it's going to come back 9.5 or 9.5 quad, or better than that even? What are the chances of that? Those are very slim chances. Say there is another 40 of these cards out there of a given card, and maybe over time there will be. I guarantee you right now there's at least 40 people building this set right now. I personally know a handful of people that are still looking for this 9.5 Wolf for their set. And there'll be more to come. Everyone wants to build the set because it's a fun set to build. I'm using Arabian as the example, but you could use this example with Antiquities versus Miter. Legends, Wall of Wonder, which I'm still hunting for, along with a lot of collectors. The Dark, my buddy Will knows. The Apprentice Wizard is really hard. A lot of people are chasing Leviathan, but the pop has come up on that. Each set has its low pop cards. I can't tell you alpha, beta, unlimited. I'm not into it that much. I'm just learning beta. I think a Lance in beta is still a pop 0 or it's a low pop. Guys, each set has these low pop cards. And why are they low pop? Well, because when they were printing them, they didn't print the right way. They didn't have the perfect centering. Some sets were just really shitty when it came to centering. Dark is a perfect example of that. I thought Arabian was kind of rough. Antiquities is kind of rough. For any of you guys who've never tried to grade Dark, take it from me. I know it's a easier to find set. You can still find a lot of sealed product. Guys, it's tough. They got a lot of centering issues in that set. Anyway, my opinion of low pop cards are, it doesn't matter how many more are out there. There's going to be more collectors versus the number of cards out there. Supply versus demand. When they're all set, taken in the sets, I guarantee almost all the 9.5 Wolves out there are in sets. So now the supply versus demand, there's not enough of them out there, and there's still people trying to collect it. I know people that want to have one just to have one because they think it's a cool card because everyone else that's collecting the set has it. It keeps driving up the value. Price on the next one might be over 4,000. Who knows? Might be over 5,000. I can't tell you guys. I can't predict the future with it. But this is everything that's going on in the market. So to recap the hobby, 55% increase in 2 years, 55% increase in graded card collectors. And they're not only collecting vintage, golden age vintage, they're collecting silver, they're collecting modern cards. The box toppers and the new Force of Will foil that just came out. They're getting into that. So we're going to see a big change in what people are collecting. And again, supply versus demand for that stuff. There might be tons of them out there raw, but right now there's only a couple graded that they make the price. I know it sounds stupid, but if someone has that foil Force of Will, I think I saw it the other day, they wanted $5,000 for a 9.5 with no subs. Or was it 1,000? I don't remember what the price was. Don't quote me on it, but it was high. A lot of you guys are like, there's a whole bunch of them out there. I'll just wait. Okay. For now, that's the price. And if someone gives that to them, obviously that makes up the value. That's how a lot of us form the values of stuff. We look at eBay sold. So if this does sell for anything near 1,000, we're going to find out, and that's going to be the price for a while. I agree with most of you. It's going to drop down in price. Also recapping, there was no bubble. There's not a bubble. Keep buying your cards, guys. Those who waited, good luck finding the good stuff. You're going to probably pay a little bit more than you did even back then. I showed you guys the 1,641 cards. Guys, the last 3 months have really started to go up. They're on the upswing. Golden Age stuff, it's going to remain strong. Alpha is still the cream of the crop. Beta has a lot of room to grow. I think you're going to start seeing a spike in beta. I know I said that about a year ago. I still feel that way. In the Four Horsemen sets, Arabian, you've already seen it. Antiquities, you're starting to see a lot of people starting to collect antiquities. Those who are brave get into the legends, and trust me from experience, that's a fun set, but it's complicated to find what you're looking for. And then the dark. To me, the dark is the fun and challenging set to collect, because it's just hard to. It's not hard to find the cards raw. You could find them, but just getting the right centering and stuff, it's really a pain in the ass. So that's that. And then obviously we talked about the Silver Age. That's where you're going to see the biggest room of growth value-wise. And that might just be temporarily. That might not be permanently, but you are going to see it because the nostalgia factor is really kicking in now. Anyway, that's it. So overall, in my opinion, I think the market is exactly where I thought it was going to be. It dropped. It's starting to level out. Some cards are starting to go up. There's a couple cards that I've seen that have dropped, but for the most part, I think it's going to be flat or slightly going up. It's going to be like that for a little bit. And then eventually, if the global economy improves, watch out. You might see 2017 all over again. And those who were around know what that was like. That was crazy. So as far as selling cards, guys, I sold all my 9.5 inventory. I'm starting to sell 9s, which is interesting. It goes back to my theory a couple years back. I'm trying to get rid of all my extra stuff and just keep buying my stuff, keep buying collections and grading and whatnot. It's part of the hobby. It's the coolest hobby there is. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave one. And I'll try to do one, guys, probably around the holidays for market value. I may do another one in between about some other stuff, but take it easy, guys. Be safe.